Your first interaction with him?
Hello, beautiful people in my phone. Welcome to Car Conversations, where we talk all things faith, freedom, and football. It's been a few weeks since I've been on. After the SEC championship, I took a nice break, did some traveling, and we've kind of watched the NCAA kind of go into full-blown circus mode with the transfer portal, the AG of the state of Florida now filing a lawsuit against the college football selection. Well, not against the committee, I guess against the NCAA. The NCAA. I'm not sure who they filed it against, but we've seen a lot of things happening. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. First of all, I want to say, yes, I am a proud Bama alumna. And because of that, it may seem like my episodes are a little Bama dominant, a little Bama heavy, especially as we got toward the end of the season, but that's what was happening. My team was trending up. As my team was trending up and potentially in a position to cause chaos in the college football rankings, it just became, we were the team everybody was talking about. It wasn't just me. So just thought I'd get that out there. Lots of things happening in the portal. Georgia has a list of guys in the portal, as does, Alabama has some guys in the portal. What's happening across the landscape of college football with this transfer portal? How is it really beneficial? It's benefiting the teams that may receive new players, but in the middle of and the height of the recruiting process, right? For the 2024 class as well as beginning the 2025 classes, it's a lot to manage right now. My question is, how are coaches handling this demand to make sure that the portal is monitored well and those recruits are coming for visits? I know they have teams of coaches that manage these things for them, but any good recruit, any good player in the portal definitely wants the head coach, to make a personal appearance and appeal, to them. So I'm just kind of wondering about the bandwidth right now of coaches in the NCAA, especially coaches who made it to the playoffs and are now also beginning their prep for their postseason play. That has to be a lot. That has to be overwhelming. The traveling, the connections that need to be made. Y'all, this is not sustainable. This is not sustainable for any one human being. This is not sustainable for the entire league. This is not something that's sustainable. It's just really not. So something is going to have to give. We've talked about this before. As far as NIL is concerned, that's not sustainable either. I do firmly believe that players deserve to be compensated. But you got coaches out there now just having to not only do all this recruiting and all of these trips and personal visits, to try to gain the players out of the portal and recruits. Now they're out doing fundraising, because that's really what it is. Let's call it what it is. It's flat out fundraising, asking for donors to come and be a part of the collectives that finance these players. I mean, the amount of players from top institutions, top teams entering into the portal. And I don't mean like they're second, third, and fourth string players that never really got to play. You got some ones and twos definitely some twos entering the portal, and it's the free agency. So y'all, what do y'all think? I do want to talk about it. I want to hear your feedback in the comments as you are watching this all unfold. It's just, to me, it's seeming like a mess. It really, really is. What can be done? What is the answer? What is a reasonable solution? A happy medium for us to come to, and so that all sides and all parties are maybe not happy as far as getting everything they want, but they are somewhat pleased. That's that. On to this big whole Florida State debacle that has the AG and the state of Florida involved now. Like, there are no legs to stand on with filing this lawsuit. There clearly is a clause in the college football committee's handbook, if you will, whatever their document is called. There is a loophole about if an injury occurs. You've all heard it. You've seen all the football pundits talking about it on all the shows. There is that loophole that if an injury occurs that's detrimental to the team in such a capacity, they have a right, to basically, DQ that particular team from their slot in the rankings. And that's what happened. So I don't know. I mean, it's all just kind of just smoke and mirrors to me, for Florida to try to do something, the state of Florida to try to do something about this at this point. I don't know. I just feel like our world is falling apart by the seams. That was just for free. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts, get your feedback about where we are. Also, to start talking matchups. What do you think is going to happen with Washington and Texas? What do you think is going to happen with Michigan and Bama? What do you think is going to happen with any of the other really intriguing bowl game matchups that we have? What's Georgia going to do with FSU? We got the Peach Bowl here with, I think it's Penn State and Ole Miss. That's going to be happening here in Atlanta. Man, I'm just really glad that car did not hit me behind me, because it was coming at me really, really, really fast. I'm in the middle of rush hour traffic, so I'm going to get off now. But I just wanted to pop on and say thank you guys for an amazing first season of Car Conversations. We will continue to talk all things faith, freedom, and football, even in the off season. We may get a little more heavy on the faith and the freedom during that point, but we'll still talk about what's happening on the recruiting trail. We'll still talk about spring ball. We'll get into it. We'll talk about all the ever changing aspects of NIL and the transfer portal. So we'll still be keeping it going. But I wanted to thank you, every listener, every viewer, for clicking the like button, for commenting and sharing the content as you feel led to share, for scrolling on by just to see what we're doing here at Car Conversations. Thank you so much. Have a very, very happy holiday season. Stay safe, stay winning, and stay free. Love y'all.